next week. Next we have Rob Cancer, who will be the evaluator, say the evaluation for Kai. Robert Cancer.
Thank you. Kai, you gave a talk today on what you call modern emotional health. And what did we hear and what did we experience when Kai was speaking? We heard a lot from her personal experience. What I noticed about your delivery was pretty much it was forceful and loud. And as the listener, I thought you were angry for very good reasons. When we finally, after years of being disillusioned, wake up to the fact that we've been misled, mistreated, miseducated, there can be a sense of regret of this is not fair. So this was the main experience I had as the listener. And I'm seeing you nod your head, and I'm wondering if that was the main purpose. When I saw modern emotional health, I thought to myself, in addition to your personal sharing, which was amazing, powerful, poignant, I thought perhaps you might want to filter in some examples from things you learned in your coaching, or maybe quote some data that points to what does modern mean. Now, I kind of got the gist of it through your story, that how you were raised was what you would call not modern, but old and traditional. So from a personal point of view, I thought your sharing held our attention. But another thing that might have helped us, according to the things to evaluate, is what is the audience's interest beyond your own personal sharing? And so in those instances, perhaps you could pause during your story and say something like, has that ever happened to you? Did you suddenly find yourself, after you got wed, shocked to find out that you weren't in love with your kids, but you suffered from postpartum depression? That's just an example. I'm not saying you should do that. According to the American Journal Association, a full 40% of American women write like that. So it's a brief time that I have for the evaluation. I did take extensive notes, and I'll be happy to stay with you afterwards. Congratulations on your long journey. I admire you for taking the personal challenges that you have, and like Chris, doing two things. One, being open and honest, and two, getting further training for your development. You're an example for all of us. Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Rob.
Thank you.
Now we have Lindsay Farnham, who will evaluate Chris. Lindsay Farnham.
Okay, to start, April, can I have Chris's time? How long his speech was, please?
Chris's time?
Chris Bassett was gave the main speech.
Yeah. 7 minutes.
Okay, thanks. So within time range, almost exactly in the middle. Great speech, Chris. You immediately engaged the audience with your Superman stance, so good job there. And I do like that you explained the difference between Superman and Clark Kent, because not everybody is familiar with them. But I can imagine that some people in the room showing the difference and what you mean between the two made sense. You definitely effectively communicated your struggles by relating them back to things that you've done to overcome them. So, you know, for instance, when you talked about playing the guitar in public, that you talked about, you know, previously you would take reactions really personally, people's reactions, and how that helped you overcome that struggle. And as far as engaging and entertaining the audience, absolutely. Loved the chicken walk. That was really good. And also it was good use of the prop with the shy guy name tag there to show what you were actually walking around with. For inspiring others, I would say that that's a definite, because I would say most people, probably all people, would feel uncomfortable doing the things that you listed, including even for me, standing up, you know, something as simple as standing up in the room and being able to actually show things like the chicken walk. That's something I would never be able to do. And actually, one of my biggest struggles with self-confidence is just getting up here and speaking. So every time I come to this meeting, I dread getting up here and talking at all. So to see you do what you did and be so confident in front of the audience inspired me, and I was like, oh, well, Chris can do that. I guess I can get up and actually give a speech evaluation. So thank you.
Thanks, Lindsay. Now we have the grammarian report. I believe you do it from your seat.
Correct.
Dale?
Okay. I only heard one use of the word liberal, and that was from Al talking about, I guess, going to a flea market in California, unless someone else did use it and I just missed it. But that's the only one I can remember. But I do want to, I have to go along with the evaluators. The two speeches where I'm sure can be a private person, and Chris and Kai both opened up, and I found today's meeting one of the better ones of the meetings I've been to, because I went to several years ago. But you know, their personal sharing of what they went through, because although we may not talk about it, I think we all have the same experiences. And so Chris, good luck with the new job. And that was, I found Kai's speech, you know, being a parent, I understood what she was saying. The only comment I would have with Kai, I think she, after the first minute, she did a great job. The first minute, I did notice there were some pauses as she started, but once she got going, it was great.
Thanks, Al. Next, we have the timer report by April 1.
I want to show something like a short drop part. Michael spent 3 minutes and 30 seconds each bit, and then we show you the first the speech object raw, and spend 1 minute and 5 seconds, 5 seconds more, and the table topic Peter. Yeah, this is
Kai.
Kai is okay.
10 minutes.
Yeah, he said 10 minutes is okay, right? Yeah, I want to show somebody overtime here. And the table topic of Peter spent 2 minutes. That's 50 seconds more. And topic tables, the first one, Lex, right?
Alex.
Yeah, spent 2 minutes and 15 seconds. That's 15 seconds more. And speech evolution for speaker one, Rob, spent 3 minutes and 17 seconds. That's all the speakers over time. So the rest of the speakers very good.
Thank you so much.